Alright guys, we're going to hop right into game number 1. Again, Khrane versus Qikz.
That's going to be hype. Wonder if we'll see some sick recalls in this game. Qikz is Terran, isn't he?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
I was hoping Khrane was going to be able to see this live, but I guess he'll catch the VOD. We'll see if he gets in here eventually. But for our first game on Aztec, we have Qikz as the red Terran in the 9 o'clock position of Aztec.
And at 12 o'clock, Khrane as the green Protoss.
Okay, so on Aztec, I would say the most defining features of this map are Protoss aggression early on is really good because we got that downward facing ramp into the main. So DTs, 10-15, stuff like that is really good. Even 9-9, that's not something we see a ton, but Protoss aggression
I think 2-gate Dragoon as well as 10-15. I mean, you don't have to go all in with the Zealots. It's just really annoying for Terran just against regular 2-gate Dragoon, to be honest.
You're right. There's so many options Protoss has on this map to be aggressive early. As it moves on, this map can be frustrating to play on as Protoss. But
and we see that Qikz is actually opting for the low ground wall here, which is really the conservative option. I expect he's going to get into a gas opening since he's doing this, because you wouldn't really want to wall low ground and then go for a Rax FE.
Yeah, we'll see if Siege Expand, most likely for him. You know, consider the safest Terran opening. Or
yeah, I think in general, when you don't have a ramp up to your main, Siege Expand just looks a lot more attractive. Because it can be really tough to hold without a ramp in your favor against early Dragoon pressure and that sort of thing.
Okay, now we did get an 11 gas from Khrane, and that usually when we see that, it means Protosses are trying to go for, I wouldn't be surprised if we see 10-15, but also we can see, with the 10-15, there's different variations. We can go 10-15 into maybe 5 or more goons, or we could also see into DTs, early DTs, because you get that gas out a little bit faster after the 3 goons. So like we said with early aggression, there's so many options Protoss has, but with the 11 gas, I'm thinking Khrane is going to want to do something aggressive.
Yeah, well, those DTs do tend to be better against Siege Expand than a sort of FD type opening, because Terran won't get mines until later.
Okay, there's the second gate, so this is going to be 10-15.
I notice Qikz is actually already positioning a depot to sort of watch out for a drop here later. At least I think that's why he's putting it all the way down there.
Yeah.
So, well, full scout going off for the Terran, but this Marine's going to push Khrane's probe back, so he doesn't know it could be something crazy in here, like a 2-fac for all he knows, because he hasn't actually got a scout in at all this game. In fact, he can't even get down the ramp to have a peek over the wall there, because that Marine's just going to deny that completely.
Nice positioning from Qikz to prevent that, and that's going to keep Khrane in the dark. I'm really interested to see what Khrane does with this. If he goes for range first, which is pretty normal, but looks like he accidentally double queued one of his gateways.
Oh yeah, you know what I just noticed? Qikz wall isn't actually zealot proof. It's just a sort of, SimCity Micro Marines thing. It doesn't actually wall off. But yeah, he will be going for the CC since he pulled off gas. So he's put back on a bit earlier than I expected. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe he's just going for like the earliest possible siege mode timing, but a later command center if you put their series back on gas a tiny bit earlier.
Now, so far we have a 4th goon queued up for Khrane. And of course, during this 10-15 process, probes have been cut, so remember that the economy of Khrane is hurting a bit. Just resumed probe, and we have the 4th and 5th goon in production.
Well, this is smart from Qikz. He went for the bunker even though he's opening Siege Expand, because he got a full scout off. He saw that it was going to be a 2-gate opening, and he gets in again and sees that it wasn't a fast tech, it's just straight 2-gate Dragoon. So I think as long as he doesn't lose his tank unnecessarily to begin with, I think he'll hold this just fine.
And Khrane, of course, going with a fast range. We see with 11 gas a little bit faster.
Oh,
he's gonna be able to start.
He doesn't have any SCVs
really
up here yet. Yeah. Oh my gosh, is that going to go down? SCVs haven't been pulled until now. It's too late. The bunker is going down, so he has to fight with SCVs. This This is going to be a bit dicey for Terran.
Yeah, this is a terrible position for Qikz here. He only produced 2 Marines, which is really skimping.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to try to fight with SCVs. Luckily, there's 1 takeout, so he can kind of block for a bit. But Crane's
He has to be so careful, though. If he loses that tank, he dies. So he can't even try and poke up with it. Oh man, that's a lot of Dragoons.
Siege is done, so now the Dragoons are going to have to be careful about pushing forward.
Well, he had to cancel that command center, though. That's a huge deal. Even if Crane just left right now, he'd be at a huge advantage, I think. It's going to take a while before Terran can push back up this ramp, and he started a Nexus of his own, so good moves from Crane, I reckon.
Yeah, this is a really nice play from Crane. The natural's up. Now, his economy is behind a little bit, but he's quickly getting that back up. He's been producing probes pretty well now, and he's up to 7 goons. He actually might... he's going to pause here for a bit and get into Robo.
Well, he can just do like a sort of follow-up bust here. Once Terran finally gets back up here, he can just come in with a shuttle and zealots, and I don't know how Qikz would be able to deal with that, honestly. Because his expansion is so delayed, his economy is going to be much lower.
One of the things I do like from Qikz, which you pointed out earlier, Neblime, is that depot ring around the main is a nice play, especially because Robo play is very common follow-up to 10-15 when you do damage. So giving yourself that extra reaction time in a map with a big main is crucial.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't consider this main this large, but just the point that, you know, it's sort of a low ground main. Oh shit, Dragoon's coming in here. Oh, they can get these 2 tanks, I think. There is one more on the low ground. So he's going to trade off some Dragoons here, but I think it's totally worth it, because now Terran's back down to 1 tank. He's still locked down to this low ground. Oh my god, he's coming into the main too. Will he take out that last tank? I think he will. Oh man, could this be it for Qikz just like that? He doesn't have anything else left. Crane pulling back though, I wonder why. Damn, Crane could have kept going there. Okay, there. Qikz gives the GG, because once your tank count's reduced again, you know it's going to take so long to get back out there, and Protoss is just producing the whole time. So damn, this is kind of like my first game on this map in CPL.
Yeah, 10-15 is super strong. I think you need more Marines. You know, Qikz only
Well,
got
I think
2.
he would have been fine with the 2 Marines he had if he pulled SCVs in time, because his tank and siege mode weren't too far off. So he didn't really need a high number of Marines to deal with the goons. He just needed the bunker not to die.
Yeah, there's a couple different options he could have done there, but it's just a very tight edge. So if your SCVs are late at all, you can end up dying.
So damn, Crane just takes it just like that. Very time efficient for him.
Oops. Sorry, I almost started the game without you.
No, I'm coming. Oh, it seems to be frozen though.
There you go. I just had to restart it.
Oh, right. Oh, you got those reflexes when the countdown starts, you actually managed to get out. It's pretty good, because you only have like 1 second, don't you?
Yeah.
Alright, I mean, let's go.
Okay. So our next map is going to be Polaris Rhapsody and Neblime. What do you think about TVP on this map?
I quite like it because I feel like it's hard for Protoss to secure either of these 3 or 9 o'clock bases. And there isn't like a large area for Protoss to get more gates. I suppose they could do it in the top right and bottom left, but in general, I like it for Terran because I feel like you can fairly reliably push to one side of the map, and it's not that easy for Protoss to get set up on the other. It's actually still quite pushable, and just in general, the map's quite choky and narrow.
Yeah, I think, again, there's a couple early aggression strategies Protoss has they can use. Gas stealing is really good.
That is true on a 2-player map. You can go straight there, but unlike Aztec, you have an upwards ramp that you can just wall off to deny any kind of pressure. I mean, even without a wall, it makes you feel a lot more secure against early goon pressure and such.
For sure.
One thing people are saying is that carriers are quite good in this map, but in my experience, it's not really that much harder than, say, Fighting Spirit or any other map like that to fight against carriers on this map.
I mean, I think the main factor of why carriers are better than on the Fighting Spirit is because if you can secure the third that's cross-positioned from your main, it gives you double gas, and carriers are gas hogs, so you can get that gas mining up faster, and that can be pretty big, actually.
Oh, I didn't realize carriers were so gas intensive. I thought they were very mineral intensive too, because how much is 8 interceptors? That's another 200 minerals on top of what? 350 minerals carrier costs.
Yeah, I mean, you do go through pretty fast though, and the main thing is having. Can you have triple carrier production or 2 at a time?
Oh, triple carrier production sounds pretty full on.
So, if you have that 3rd and 4th gas in 1 swoop like that, it's very nice for carrier production.
Looks like Qikz is going to wall off here. I don't think Khrane's going for the same opening though. Oh, okay, it's 12 gas this time. So probably going to be a more standard like range expand or something along those lines.
Yeah. One of the things, I mean, personally, I love gas stealing on Polaris, just queuing a probe up at 6
Oh,
supply.
yeah. As a Terran player, I definitely recommend any Protoss to do it, because it just throws Terran off so hard. Is that depot in the right spot? Okay, it's... Oh, I guess you can't build it one to the right of there. Anyway, that is a full wall off, so probes and zealots can't get in there. Unfortunately, it's going to harass this SCV a bit. Oh man, he just needs to regenerate a bit of shields, and then he can actually take that SCV on. Well, you know, Qikz doesn't actually need this depot to be done right away, so this isn't really that problematic for him. And the Marine will pop out soon enough and deal with this pressure. Only 1 gate, as predicted from Khrane this time, so they're probably going to go a more economical path. And Qikz with the gas opening again.
One of the things all the Team Beast players practiced pretty hard last season with their standard 28 next opening in a PvT.
Okay.
So I think Qhrane will go for that. That's kind of been his bread and butter for a long time. It's a really versatile opening. You can still go into Robo with it, but get some goons out faster, and it's pretty much your baseline PvT build.
Qikz is going to get a full scout again, which is nice for him. And once again, Khrane was not able to, so I don't know. Maybe Qikz can translate it into a bit of advantage if he can figure out exactly what Khrane's up to here. Interesting Marine Scout going down on the side of the map here. Do you think he's checking for a proxy robo or something like that? Or is he checking for a fast fed base, I wonder?
I think, yeah, he'd be probably checking for some sort of proxy, whether it could be DTs or something. One of the things...
Yeah.
His upgrade out of his Cyber Knights core was a bit late. He went Goon first, and sometimes that can telegraph DT opening, because you delay it a little bit to get your Citadel down somewhere else on the map. And then you fake like +1 air.
He's certainly not proxying it if he is going DT. And to be honest, if I was looking for a proxy on this map, I'd be checking sort of my side of the map. I wouldn't be checking down here. I suppose you can fly straight into the main, but he didn't even check the 9 o'clock either. So I'm not sure that's what he's looking for. I think he's expecting Khrane to go for a very fast 3rd Nexus, or maybe like take one of these as a sneaky 2nd Nexus or something like that.
Yeah, I mean with Citadel proxy, of course, doesn't matter where it is.
True. But ideally, you want to proxy a gateway as well, don't you?
No.
In case Terran puts mines on the map? No? Okay. This is just what filthy people on ladder do to me. Oh, shame Khrane didn't go up with that Dragoon, because there's literally 0 Marines up there. Tank will pop out in a minute, but it'd be very important intel if he sees there's no Marines. And he knows he's probably pretty safe to expand.
Yeah, Khrane with that 28 next timing coming up. We'll see what he goes into, if he goes into 2 gates, 3 gates, and then expands. Okay, we already have a Robo out, so he's going 1 gate Robo.
Yeah, pretty conservative play. I mean, yeah, he didn't get the intel he could have there, but he's still definitely in a fine position. Oh my gosh, we have 1 factory starport coming from Qikz. So, probably some drop play coming out, I expect.
Yeah, drops can be really nice on this map. And Khrane's goon count is going to be a little bit low, because he only went 1. He's getting his 2nd and 3rd up now. But with the Robo... sorry, I'm wrong. Actually, the Robo first is standard.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Although, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're going like the most macro route and you're not planning to put pressure on Terran, you would only get 2 gates for your 3rd Nexus, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you can do 1. You can do 2. Sometimes even 1, depending on the map.
I consider 1 to be like the greedy path, but like if you're playing like the safe but defensive path, wouldn't you get 2?
Yeah, 2 is probably the most standard, and 3 is ultra safe.
Well, in any case, I think he's still going to do fine with this, because Qikz going for the very safe as well, siege expand. So both players playing pretty conservatively. But this starport, man, it's got me thinking he wants to do something crazy, and he's got that control tower. So it might have been just, you know, to get a Wraith to deal with Reaver if you thought that was coming. But no, the control tower, it has to be a dropship for sure. And he's building up those vultures too. I believe he already has mines, yes, and he's starting speed. So it's going to be a 4 vulture drop. Although somehow Khrane is already positioning his Dragoon. How on earth does he know this?
Well, this is the Gosu senses of Khrane. Just
is
telling
he
him.
map hacking? Like, how does he know? I'm
Well,
amazed at this.
Draw play is very possible on this map.
Yeah, I suppose it is. But still, like, with the very small amount of intel he has, it seems crazy that he can figure that out. Maybe he, like, knows Qikz's play quite well or something like that, and he can tell when he's going for a drop. I don't know, maybe that's something Qikz is known for. But damn, I mean, before anything even happens, I'm going to say, like, Khrane's going to come out pretty well, because if the dropship flies in, it won't be hard to shut down with all these Dragoons here.
Yeah, I think it's something that Protoss players should do, like when they're with their goons, if they're not being present. Keep a couple in their main. It's something that there's not really any risk to doing that, and then you're ultra safe against drops.
This is CV? Okay, if it got in, it could have seen that they were waiting. Yeah, but don't you want to be on the map, you know, making sure mines aren't getting planted everywhere, if Terran's trying to go for a third, denying it and so on. And also, even if Terran's just pushing you with 5-fac, don't you want to, like, kite the vultures and such, and make them siege and unsiege as much as you can? I mean, obviously in this scenario, it's the perfect play, and that's going to work out well for him, but just in general, I don't think it's something you want to do blind.
Yeah, probably you're right. 6 goons in the main is a ton, but usually...
He does have an observer in Qikz's main now, so he definitely has confirmation. But as if he needed it, he was already pretty confident about it. Oh, but he's pulled the goons out of the main. What's going on?
Who sniped a vulture before could scout the third, although
that's
pretty
quite
common.
Nice.
Snoopy,
yeah, well, I think Qikz will infer that the third's going down there.
Thank you for the 5 bits, Snoopy. Great guys on
nice.
part. And
esports money.
Yep. And I turned my mic volume up a little bit, so hopefully it's better. Thanks for the tip, Snoopy.
Well, you know, Qikz hasn't actually made a dropship this whole time. Maybe he saw the observer and decided he wasn't actually going to go for it.
Ooh, Khrane's... I'm sorry. Qikz is coming in here. He's going to lay mine to the natural and getting some sick pro kills.
Oh, this is huge damage. Damn. Wow. I think he picked off, like, what, 6 or 7 there? Oh, that vulture could have made it. Oh, that's alright. Still, that's massive damage to 2 vultures. That's pretty great. Oh, he's going to pick off 1 extra over here. I mean, that doesn't do too much because the Nexus has already gone down, but that's nice. Man, filthy pervert Protoss eyes all over this Terran base right now. It's 2 observers here watching everything that goes on.
You know, I wonder if those goons are rallied, because Qikz should have had a couple goons at the natural. I'm not sure if there's something.
Well, again, he was in his main again, waiting for the drop. But again, Qikz has not made a dropship this whole time, and he's actually gone up to 5 facts before his third CC. Since he got this starport, it's a bit delayed from what it would normally be, but he's getting 2 machine shops instead, so it's going to be a bit later, but a bit stronger variant, I think. And he has a decent tank count already. If he keeps poking from those 2 machine shops, it could be a scary attack coming up for Qikz. And correct me if I'm wrong, his Citadel's only just started, so no zealot speed for a long time for him.
Yeah, that Citadel's a bit late. His gate count is up. He's up to 6 now. That's all right, but he's got to be a little bit worried here. Now, what Valk might do is he might delay this attack. He's securing his third for a stronger attack. 12 to 14 minutes is what you can hit with a really strong 5-fact push with 2-2. Curious what the upgrades are. 0-0. So Khrane's behind. Sorry, Qikz is behind on his upgrades.
Yeah, he only just finished his armory again because he went for this early starport. It sort of slowed everything down. And again, like, both players reading each other so well. Like, he saw that it had been scouted by that observer. He decided he wouldn't do it. And honestly, it worked out, dragging those Dragoons in the main and getting some probes. But overall, I think everything's just running a bit behind time for Qikz because of it. And he is going to secure that third, which is nice. But there's nothing stopping Protoss from securing a 4th and 5th while he's doing this. There's so many observers on the map. It's very impressive from Qikz.
Yeah, usually 4 is kind of the sweet spot number, at least the minimum. But he's got those key areas covered outside the natural, and then 1 in the middle of the map scouting for mines. I would like him to be more active with his goons here. Clearing
Yeah, he
these
could
mines.
be clearing all this out. Yeah, I mean, good job to Qikz getting all these mines around so we can see if the Protoss army moves anywhere. And look, here he comes. He's going to clear them out now. Oh my god. It was over. Okay, that gets struck down. But yeah, as you said, he could be clearing all this out. And Qikz needs to be careful that he doesn't sort of get outflanked here, because even though it's a fairly narrow attack avenue, if he doesn't realize Protoss is coming up around this 12 o'clock, he could get into the natural quite easily.
Okay, one Zealot stops the Vultures before they get into the main.
Oh, wow, these Vultures harass again. How many is he going to get this time? Not as many. I don't know. I'm not sure that was quite worth it, unfortunately. But Hero Zealot, saving countless probes.
What do you think of this third position for Qikz, Neblime?
Look, I always take the 12 o'clock, but honestly, I don't think there's really anything to recommend between the two. I guess you'd rather secure the double gas base, so working towards that direction seems to make more sense to me. Also, if you think about it, the ramp to this third is a lot narrower, so if you go the other direction, it's a lot easier to just clog this up with like mines and a tank or two. But I don't know. I don't think there's that much to choose between them, so I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Khrane's coming around this side, like I said, though, and we'll see how quick Qikz is repositioning his army. I don't know if the mines have quite spotted it yet. I don't think they have. They will in a minute, though. And yeah, he needs to unsiege all this stuff at the third and bring it back down. Well, there's a reasonable amount already prepared there.
Gate count for Qrane looks okay. He might need a few more in a second, but his production's been pretty good.
That goon tried to go across that bridge and died. Okay, so yeah, I don't think Qrane can come in here. Although, no, this would be suicide. Qrane, don't do it. There's so many vultures here; they can deal with themselves no problem.
Yeah, this is
not great tank targeting, but it doesn't matter.
This is horrible.
Damn.
For Qrane.
I mean, positionally, I liked what he was doing, but he needed to just back off once he saw how much there was. And you know, maybe he prepares a secondary force to go hit the third at the same time. Because look, he pulled everything away from the third. But Qrane played right into his hands and just engaged his full army. And since he went 5 facts so early, it's not like an economical 3-base build. He's ready. He has a fearsome force. And in fact, I think Qikz could just counter-push now. Crane's going for Arbiter, but he only just started his Tribunal, so there's a huge window for Qikz, and it looks like that's what he's going to do.
Okay, now Qrane, I was just thinking this, he needs to counterattack right now. He needs to delay this 5-fact push.
Oh, this bridge, though, I don't like this bridge at all. It's a terrible time for Protoss. I mean, I guess there aren't enough mines. He's going to get across. Oh, man. I think Qikz needs to turn around, because he's just going to get an outlying base in exchange for his main. Oh, this is a lot of Zealots.
Okay, there are some tanks sieging up on the plateau outside of the third, so that is getting sieged up. But Qrane is still moving into this natural, although the thing is that Qikz can siege up and it's hard to push in here.
Yeah, getting those mines down. A lot of vultures coming in here. I think they can actually be picked off. He didn't pull his tanks back, that's the thing. He left all his tanks. They're moving back now, but I'm pretty sure Qrane should be able to take out this third base before the tanks can get back. And you know what? Zealots are trying to clean up those tanks at Crane's third. I don't know if they can quite do it. Oh, maybe they can. Oh man, Zealots are so good.
Ooh, he needs one more.
Yeah, he should be targeting the CC, I think, here. I mean, the Zealots were doing it a little bit, but, oh, I don't know. That isn't that many tanks, but the way he's engaging, I think the tanks will win. Damn, so he kills all the SCVs, but he's not going to get the command center. But I think his third Nexus will survive. So, I don't know. Overall, I like Crane's position, because he killed a lot of the tank count in that little action there, and he kept all his bases up.
Yeah, if this were an optimal game, Qikz should have had 2-2 there, and that would have made a big difference. But the return from Qikz after he needed to pull back was a bit sloppy, and that's what Protoss I think should strive to do, is force the Terran to move their army around a lot, because it's so cumbersome for them.
I think also if you just put more mines on the bridge, it would have been a no-go for the Protoss, because honestly that bridge is hell to get across when it's properly defended. Well, Qikz still taking a 4th base, and he has reasonable control over this side of the map, so he's not out of it yet. That Marine really needs to be killed. He's been shooting at this Nexus for like 3 minutes on the left.
Wow, its shields are down, and it's going into the
he's going for it. He's going to kill it unless someone stops him. I mean, even just if Vultures ran in here, it wouldn't be too hard to finish off. If a group of 12 Vultures came in, how much damage this Marine's done.
Oh, the probe's going over.
Okay, I guess he finally goes down, but man, he did a lot. Looks like Qikz is going to try and defend this side mostly for now. Maybe he's going to wait till he's max before he moves out again. I don't know. His +2 isn't too far off.
We'll see where Khrane's Arbiters... So Arbiters are coming now. He's got 2 gates up. But, again, Arbiters are pretty late. His Arbiters are late.
Yeah, but compared to Qikz's, like, you know, whole thing has been delayed, again, because of this starport, right? And he only has 2 gas. So his +2 is actually finishing after stasis finishes, which is not what you want. And he doesn't have any science vessels ready. So I think technologically, the advantage goes to Khrane.
The problem is I'm worried about is the supplies are pretty close, and you want to be ahead as Protoss here.
Yeah, that's true.
Khrane...
Well, once he gets these probes mining in the spawn left location, I feel like he should be able to play it. Oh, there's a science vessel now. I don't know if he got EMP or not. Oh, he must have got it because he's researching vessel energy.
And Khrane is also taking the 3 o'clock base. That's nice. Can secure with a couple of cannons.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely better to get it set up early. I mean, that SCV is going to try and come in and deny, but that's not going to work out. Khrane looking like he wants to bust on this side. I don't think that would be a good decision. With Terran's set up with all these turrets and mines, okay, it looks like Khrane's decided better of it. Because, yeah, he's going to need, like, a few massive stasis, honestly, to get in there. These tanks maybe are a bit too far to the right, but honestly, it's very difficult for Protoss to engage selectively like that. So I think Qikz has this location locked down.
Yeah, look at this. The supplies are even. And another thing is Khrane's goon count is so low. After he sacked a ton of goons at that initial natural fight, he was never able to replenish the goon count, and that's crucial to have.
He's going, though.
Oh, no, this
he's
is horrible.
going for it. Just as +2 finishes for the Terran. Oh, Zealot's getting in. Oh, mine training onto tanks. I don't know. There's so many tanks in the back, though. And these vultures just need to come over. Oh my god, he's actually getting on top of the tanks. The vultures were out of position. I think Khrane will... Oh, he pulls back at the last moment. I was going to say, if he kept going, he can at least deplete the tank count. But yeah, Terran had so much there. In the end, he just lost pretty much his whole army.
Yeah, I've been in that situation before a lot of times, and I think the best option for Protoss when you're behind, just counterattack, and
yeah,
move
like
up, try to get the
has
natural.
some mines in front of it, but there's still nothing defending the other side, which is really what you want. And again, the 12 o'clock like attack path is open. So even if he tries to expand to the top right, I think it would make a lot of sense at this point because it's just further for the Terran army to go. But now he's lost everything. What can he do? Terran's just going to push right in here.
Yeah, this is going to be the end for Khrane. Down about 60 supply. Nicely done by Qikz.
Yeah, did he lose his Arbiter as well? Damn, I was going to say that's his only hope, but it's gone.
Yeah, stasises are nice. Like if it's a max army of Protoss, stasises will be nice, but when you're down supply, they can only do so much.
Well, they can do a lot though, but yeah, not when you're down this much, I guess. And yeah, this Protoss army just has to retreat. Look, Khrane still has this 3 o'clock though. He's taken that of a mirror only, so I don't think he's out yet. Terran has this big army lead, and he can use that for a limited time to pick off some bases, but I don't think he can finish off Khrane with it before Khrane can recover. So I want to say Qikz has a big advantage, but Khrane's not out of it as long as he has time to remax.
Yeah, well, Khrane can try for a counterattack here.
Yeah, looks like that is what he's going to do. Oh, he's got to watch out for these mines, though. Okay, he just stopped just in time. Oh, that observer's... Oh, jeez, okay. I think he's going to be alright, maybe. I say that and he immediately cops a mine.
He barely has any goons, though. That's the problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and he's just going to siege up across this bridge. Now Protoss can't do anything. Coming through this 12, though. And you know what? He did make the Terran army retreat. All he left behind is 3 tanks to pick off this Nexus. Oh, dude, that Forge researching +1 is unpowered. I think it's been unpowered since the first push.
Oh, you're right. Khrane is 0-0.
Yeah, I don't think he realized that Forge has been unpowered this whole time. Oh, no. You know what? Qikz being very smart about this. He's split up his tanks. He won't get the 6 o'clock, just barely. I think it'll survive. But the bottom left, damage so much from that Marine, might go down. Oh, Khrane is coming in this angle again. This is another mistake. As soon as Terran sieges up, he will just almost one-shot this Protoss army. Oh, God. Okay, he pulls back just in time. You know what? That was well done, actually. He pulled back just as Terran sieged up.
Yeah, the problem is, though, Qikz is maxed, and...
True. Bottom left Nexus does go down as well, unfortunately. I think these goons will clean this up if barely, but the economic damage has been done. He could transfer these probes to the summer mineral only, and that would be something. Oh, nice mine laying though by Qikz.
Honestly, the longer the Qikz doesn't move out, he's giving khrane small opportunities to claw his way back.
Yeah, when you're maxed, I mean, there's no reason to wait, really. Finally, another Arbiter has almost enough energy for a stasis. But only one stasis, I don't know. It's going to be dicey. Khrane just needs a really good engage here, I think. He's taking this top right, like I mentioned. And that is actually going to be pretty annoying for Qikz, but he's just going to move through the middle this time. Oh, he has an EMP. He has 3 EMPs available. He only needs to land 1, really. Oh, but he's not casting them. Oh man, this Arc of Siege tanks, I mean, it's getting caught on siege, but still, what can the Protoss army do against this? Oh, nice EMP too. Yeah, Khrane has to pull back, and I mean, Qikz can just dominate wherever he wants on the map now.
Yeah, Stasis only hitting 2 of the tanks, and that was pretty much his only strong weapon he had.
Terran +3 a while off, but 2-1 is still fearsome enough when you're on no upgrades of your own.
Gets the 0-0 of khrane, that's pretty huge.
Well, he has a good zealot count. I don't know. But Qikz is being smart. He knows his army is so superior, he's not going to siege up. That way the zealots can't really get anything done. Well, yeah, no, these zealots are just going to melt. Unsieged tanks in large numbers are actually pretty great against zealots.
That's the issue. You know, typically when you're engaging PvT, you want to have a strong backbone of goons and then be attacking with the zealots, but khrane was never really able to get that army to directly engage the Terran army after he lost it. So then he had to just go refugee Protoss and counterattack whenever he could, which can work, but he got a couple tough breaks with losing so many goons.
Yeah. Well played by Qikz, especially after that sort of instant loss in game 1. It's good of him to come back and fight back like that. And again, like, fantastic sort of, like, reads and reactions from both players. Like, Khrane anticipating the drop, and then Qikz noticing it's being scouted and just not even going for it in the first place. So those pro picks in the early game, I think, were really key to Qix's victory there.
Yeah, well done, both players. So game number 3 is going to be on Fighting Spirit. So we had some interesting maps the first 2 games, and now we're going to the Ultra Standard Gate map.
I'm surprised Khrane would choose that after he crushed him on the, you know, dodgy Aztec. We have Autobahn available, right? Honestly, if I was the Protoss, I'd go for Autobahn and just do 2-gate Goon again, and like dare Terran to try and survive.
Yeah, Autobahn's a really nice map for Protoss. I like it.
You cannot wall your main. Like, there is no way to do it the way the map is designed. So, I'm not sure what Terran's supposed to do against 2-gate Goon. I guess you just have to get a bunker and repair it, but that's not a good deal.
Yeah, I do 9-9 a ton on ladder with it.
Yeah. I haven't had it on ladder even one time, dude. I think everyone but me just vetoed it.
I vetoed the new maps, to be honest, because I'm scared. I don't like playing on unfamiliar maps. I'm a fighting spirit man.
I figure the best way to learn though is just like throw yourself in there. Look, I vetoed Heartbreak Ridge. I gave it a chance. I gave it a lot of chances, but like I got cheesed like 20 times in a row. So I'm like, you know what? I don't need this map.
Heartbreak
Qikz. Sorry.
Sorry. Heartbreak Ridge is my favorite map that I was experienced playing on. Watched it a ton in the, back in the old days, but I love that map so much because cheese is so good.
Oh my gosh. No. Filthy Protoss.
One of my favorite maps.
So Qikz putting this depot in a position where he can't actually make a zealot-proof wall because it can fit between the cliff and the depot there. Hopefully it won't come up because I think it looks like Khrane's just going to play fairly conservative anyway. But just any Terrans, you should be aware that that is actually not zealot-proof. Beware, sneaky Protoss will slip in.
12 gas coming up for Khrane, and I think Khrane just will go for the 28 next on this map. Nothing.
Is that 11 gas from Khrane again?
It was 12.
It was 12? Okay. Man, the simulators build fast.
Yeah, honestly, the difference between 11 gas and 12, like if your split is perfect, then you can choose 11 gas or 12. But if your split is suboptimal, then it's basically the same.
I noticed Khrane sends his scout after the cyber. A lot of players do it straight off the pylon.
Yeah, I do cyber fighting spirit because usually Terrans don't do anything weird.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, to be honest, even if Terran's going 2-pack, there's no point scouting it that early, right?
Yeah, unless you're trying to gas steal.
Need to know that early. Yeah, that's the only reason, right? You have to be doing something. Well, I was gonna say filthy, but that seems a bit harsh. You gotta be doing something rude if you're sending your probe out that early, right? Oh, he sees the SCV scout, so I think he guesses where Qikz is spawned from that. I mean, yeah, Terran has very limited options for aggression, really.
Snow Trooper in the chat saying, "Hey, what is up?" And Azure as well.
It's my boy Snow Trooper. Yeah, something a bit cheeky, he says. That's the kind way to say it.
I've kind of owned my cheesy side. A couple maps, I just unashamedly gas steal on Polaris. 10-15 on that.
Don't get me wrong. I'll do 2-fac any day.
Well, 2-fac is
that's probably about the only cheese I do.
Debatably cheese. I mean,
it's definitely like, I wouldn't say all in, I guess, because you don't have to kill them, but like you have to do a lot of damage to stay in the game.
It's true.
Unfortunately, Qikz gonna scout last. Oh, the proxy going down for Khrane. Oh my god, he's doing something a bit cheeky, as you might say. So, I reckon it's probably going to be a Citadel. What do you think?
I mean, Citadel or Robo, 2 options really.
Yeah. But that's what I'm guessing between. My money's on Citadel.
See, Khrane is just an ultra standard guy, and he's been, around bad influences for so long that he's just yeah. Starting to break into it. So I don't know.
I only say Citadel because he didn't seem to have saved up so much gas, but now his probe isn't even there, so maybe he's going to come back a bit later and build a robo. Or maybe I'm just freaking out over nothing and this is just to watch for the third.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is going to be Citadel, because here's why. Remember, Qikz totally collapsed against Sonic Reaver's DTs. Remember?
Oh, I didn't know that.
We casted the game.
Did cast that? Oh,
it was week 1.
That was Qikz.
While ago.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's missed his window, and a Marine's going to come up here and scout it, no problem. Well, it's just as well he didn't start a Citadel, because now he can say, no, I'm legit Protoss.
Okay,
I just put that there to block your third. And Sorry, you go.
Oh, sorry, the Goon got the scouting SCV, so he's alive. Oh, but the Marine, you're right. I missed that.
But actually, he just put his robo in his base, so I am thinking, actually, no, he just put that there for the third, like, just really early. If he wanted to proxy there, he would have by now. Surely.
Yeah.
Because this Goon, if it can be bothered, will keep alive, and if Terran wants to float his CC over there to slow things down a little bit and give Protoss scouting, if Protoss wants to have all his Dragoons across the bridge instead of up here, he'll know if Terran's moving into this spot. Oh, and you know what? It could also be about drop play as well, because like last game we saw, he anticipated drop play, maybe he expects it again, and if he puts this here, he can... Oh, you know what? And Qikz throws down the starport, what do you know? I think that's part of the idea behind this pylon, is to spot incoming drops as well. Although I would have liked him to put it a little more to the right, because I'm not sure... Well, you're going to see a dropship for like a split second the position it is now if it's totally hugging the edge of the map.
You're right, that's a good point, yeah. No, moved over a frame would be a lot better.
Okay, so another pretty conservative siege expand opening for Qikz, that seems to be his deal. Well, those Goons have to get the hell out of there. Okay, they do. Yeah, so you can see like the problem with this starport is you're delaying your second factory by a lot. So you really do have to get something done with it, or you're going to find yourself at a disadvantage. Khrane going to go for a third Nexus pretty soon, I think.
Yeah, Khrane win 2 gate, so pretty standard. When we first were all learning 28 Nex, we went 3 gate just to be extra safe, but I think 2 gate is good. It's standard. You don't die too much to it. If if there's like a 2-fac coming, if you scout it, you could throw down an extra gate or 2, but 2 gate's usually fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say if you're going 2-fac and the Protoss goes 2-gate, then you're crying, honestly, because that's kind of the minimum they need to defend it, in my opinion.
So, I think Fighting Spirit is a good map for draw play, because if we look at the third, there's like a couple nice nooks we can have dropping behind the mineral lines, or sometimes a tree you can drop in, which bugs out the pathing.
The Observer's heading straight into Qikz's main right now, though. I think he's going to see it just as the dropship pops out. Really unfortunate for Qikz there. Qikz does know this pylon is here, though, so he might try and sneak around. Oh, well, no, he's going to see it. So close. He almost got out in time, but no, the Observer's just like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, so this scouted, and this now Khrane is going to be an opportunity where he can go for a snipe here.
Yeah. Well, he's repositioning these Dragoons. I mean, it might be tough, though, because if the Terran realizes he's been spotted, he could just be, like, sort of meta and just go through the middle of the map, because that's where Protoss isn't going to be right now. Like, if you cut between the natural and the third into the main, for example. But I don't know. That would be pretty ballsy. I think he's just going to go straight for this 6 o'clock.
Yeah, vision for Khrane really good as well. He's up to already, like, what, 3 obs?
Yeah. Yeah, again, really good vision from him. Transferring all those probes. Man, he has a lot of probes. Good probe production from him as well.
Yeah.
Looks like Qikz is going to throw down... Oh, it's an engineering bay. I thought it was going to be his third command center. Once again, it's going to go up to this 5-fac before getting his third next command center. Oh, here comes the dropship. But I guess he's not paying attention right now. Probably for the best, because if it went in, you'd just instantly get sniped.
Yeah, if he's lucky, he can just poke in and come back home with that dropship, save it for later.
Well, you know, keeping it here is pretty good, because it keeps the Protoss sort of forced to stay back here. Okay, is he paying attention? Oh, he's still going for it. Oh, I think this is a mistake.
Ooh, he actually is able to unload them.
Yeah, he is. Not laying any mines yet, though. Okay, there they go. Well... Oh, Khrane needs to be careful. Oh my god, he's not being careful. Okay, well, I think that is going to get cleaned up without very much damage, actually.
Oh, lose a gun there.
Ah, it's only one goon. I think that's okay for Khrane, honestly. Very efficiently dealt with, really.
Yeah, I mean, although he got a couple probes, a goon, and some mining time, so still not what he wanted, but at least he got something out of it.
So same story as last game, really. Qikz's +1 is only just started now because of that, you know, kind of diversion. And in fact, worse than last game because he didn't switch it up and go for the natural instead, so he didn't really get anything. I think he got like 2 probes there.
Yeah, for some reason I think it was more, but maybe you're right.
No, because the problem is they started targeting the Dragoons almost immediately, as they will.
Staring right at it, I should have kept track of that, but...
No, that's alright. No, I have the easy job because I'm not doing the observing. I just go around wherever I want. I'm looking at like a black part of screen right now.
Yeah, so again, observer in Qikz's base, seeing everything. Oh, actually, as I say that, Caster Curse scans that.
That's a very nice... Yeah, that observer's like, why you gotta say that, man? Oh,
Smooth covered.
Yeah, that's right. The Terran was like watching the cast, like, what? Observer in my base? More likely than you think. Still no third command center for Qikz, so he's gonna have to make something happen with this big old push here. Still no Templar Archives or Stargate for Khrane though, so honestly I think this is gonna work out better for him. Going straight for this heavy gateway play when Terran intends to push is actually probably better, because you'll have a bigger army, but you won't be sort of cutting anything to get technology quicker.
Yeah, gonna go up to 10 gates on 3 bases. That's a really nice play from Khrane.
Oh, there we go. There's the Stargate and Templar Archives. Cast a curse of my own going on there.
Yeah, I'd say that's not a bad timing at all.
But he's going to need a 4th base, right, to support all these gates and arbiters.
Yeah, he needs to start thinking about a 4th now.
I mean, it should be easy for him to take because Terran invested a lot into that drop, so he doesn't really have any map control. In fact, if you look, he doesn't have any mines out on the map at all.
Ooh. Qikz is going to snipe another obs.
That is really nice. Well, he definitely wants to push soon, I think. But honestly, I don't think this army's up to the challenge. Like, As long as Protoss keeps producing, he's already got like 12 zealots running around. I don't know. We'll see if he can make it work. He's doing it quite slowly, which is probably a good thing. But 10 gate production, oh no, it's only 9 gates actually.
Khrane's in a really good spot because he's up about 40 supply, and he can actually go in for a little attack here, trade a few zealots, as long as he keeps his goon backbone alive. He has about 2 control groups of goons here, I think. He needs to keep
clearing
those
out
alive.
these mines is nice enough, honestly. Just keeping the Protoss, not Protoss, the Terran nervous.
Ooh, he's not
he's gonna go in here.
Okay.
Ooh. Well, taking a bit of damage there, but not disastrous. Yeah, he needs to be careful, because Qikz is being very careful about this. He's not unsieging everything. He does cancel that CC at the 12, though. And all he really needs to do is keep Terran off 3 bases, and he will win for sure.
That's huge.
Oh, that poor zealot.
I actually would like a few more goons from Khrane. I checked, he only has 1 control group's worth.
Yeah.
You want to get more like 24 is the optimal number.
Well, it's enough to beat back these vultures for now. And yeah, you want to stop the Terran from laying mines all over the map, because then you can run around the sides, flank, and counter without Terran knowing what's going on. So I think he's doing a fine job of holding off so far.
To be honest,
right, he's making like only zealots though. Oh my god.
Oh,
there's a degree.
Qikz really needs to prioritize taking this third. He's going for a push here, but you can only stay on 2 bases for so long, and I think...
Yeah, I mean, even if it didn't get cancelled the first time, it's already very, very late. Oh, here we go. Protoss coming in here. That is a lot of zealots, and the vultures aren't really in position. There aren't even that many vultures, honestly. If you can get into, like, the back echelons here... Oh, he's sort of running them all towards the mines. I don't know. That's still a lot of goddamn zealots.
Yeah, that was a pretty good trade. The zealots are going to peter out here in a minute.
I think Protoss cleans this up, yeah. Wow.
Okay.
It shows you the power of zealot football teams just sprinting in. They don't care about mines, they don't care about tanks, they just get in there. Go for the touchdown.
Yeah, so that was a good trade, especially because he's not on a 3rd base. It's a good trade. He lost a lot of supply though, but yeah, again, since he's 2 bases ahead, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, honestly, I think this is the end for Terran, because by the time he builds up another army, I mean, I don't know if there's even enough money left on these 2 bases to build up another maxed army. Protoss is going to have arbiters, he's going to have bases all over the place. In theory, he'll have gates in this bottom left as well. So honestly, I don't know what Terran can do from here. I think going for the 12 o'clock third was a big mistake. It's much easier to take this 9 o'clock, because you don't have to go out through this open area to reinforce it. You have your own little private corridor.
Yeah, I would definitely agree on that. I think that was a big mistake. And it's bothering me a lot that Khrane has just kind of committed to stick with 2 base play. I don't understand. He has a CC built. Sorry, Qikz.
Yeah. Well, I guess he feels like he can't secure a location. I think he's underestimating like the power of that narrow band at the 3rd. Qikz getting some vultures in here, being a little annoying, but honestly, like, even trading like those vultures for a dragoon or 2 dragoons and a probe is not efficient enough for the situation he's in now. Because that was 4 vultures, wasn't it? Or was it 5?
Yeah, and Khrane's production's pretty good here. He's got... What's his Arbiter situation like? I'm trying to find it.
Alright, Qikz is finally floating down to the 9 o'clock. Not sending any forces over there, and that Palin's just going to deny it completely if he doesn't.
Okay, Arbiters are late for Khrane.
Loading up into the dropship. Maybe this dropship can make something happen. That's a good thing about having it in the late game. Because yeah, if you look at this 4th base of Khrane, you could actually drop a tank on the high ground and kill a lot of probes with a few shots. I think Khrane knows something's up though, because he's sort of moving his army that direction. Oh, he's going to spot it now if he didn't already.
Nice. That Zealot in perfect position to scout that.
But meanwhile, Qikz is going to secure his 3rd, so it's a nice little distraction even if it doesn't do anything. Oh my gosh, is the dropship going to make it? Looks like it is. Well, I question how much damage you can do here. You can siege out of range of the cannons, but also ultimately you're just going to be pushing the probes away temporarily. Is Qikz going to... not Qikz. Khrane going to try and come in here with these zealots? I don't think that's a good idea. Oh no, just throwing those away.
Yeah, it's a Vulture vs. Zealot battle. It's not something you want to take. And now Qikz is taking this 3rd. So...
Yeah. I mean, still super late, but it gives Terran hope. It's his lifeline, I guess. And yeah, once this is all walled off and his mines everywhere, it's not really an option for Protoss, but he did research recall, so that's definitely something he can do.
Yeah, I'd like Khrane to go for recall. There's really not many mines at all, or turrets in the main at all.
This drop seems to just pick up and go away. Oh, well, I can pick off one Dragoon, I guess. Actually, wait, can these 3 units take on those 3 units? Oh, the drop micro! Oh, drop micro! Oh my god! Wow, that's actually pretty good, but he needs to leave now. I don't know why he's still here. I think that Zealot and Goon could actually take this out now because all the Terran units are so injured, but he doesn't quite realize it. He's actually getting his value for money.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, the mines! The mines! Oh, it takes out the tank, unfortunately, but damn. Very efficient of those 3 units. Shame he lost... Wait, the dropship got out, didn't it? Damn. Oh, here comes the recall, though. Oh, wait, that has no energy.
Yeah,
What's he doing? That's embarrassing.
That was a fail from Khrane.
God. I saw it on the minimap. I'm like, oh, what's going on? And then, wait, it has 60 energy.
Yeah.
Is he like cheating? He typed in the gathering. Now he can cast it anyway.
Now, luckily for Khrane, he has one that has enough mana.
Oh, it's been spotted though. There are no science vessels though, so I don't know what Qikz can do. He has a bit of time if he can get like Guinness World Record of laying mines in a main. Although, okay, I think Khrane realizes he's been spotted, but expects there to be a vessel, so he's turned around. He really does want to recall this third, and there aren't even a single mine there actually, so that would work out perfectly well.
The thing is that Qikz is actually getting close to being maxed here. So Khrane is waiting a little bit too long. I think he's going to actually, instead of a recall, go in for an engage with Stasis or 2.
Well, if you can recall on top of the army, that's also quite effective.
It's true.
This Arbiter's just going back and forth right now. I can't decide what it's going to do. But yeah, I definitely agree. When you're way ahead of Terran, but Terran's just turtling back, recalls are a good way to get in and disrupt them and stop them from getting that maxed army, which, in theory, can win even if you have all the bases on the map. I mean, that said, Qikz's upgrades aren't great, actually. He still doesn't have +2 attack, so this isn't that scary. Oh, he's coming in, though, through this massive minefield! Oh, this could be a disaster. Yeah, look how much damage that one mine did already. Oh my god.
This is really clunky.
Mines are so good.
Khrane is banking a ton too. He needs to start getting his gateways. Okay, he has gateways in his second main. Yeah. He needs Storm here. He really needs Storm against that many Vultures and more Goons.
Well, to be honest, in this scenario, you have a lot of money in the bank. Just like build all your infrastructure in the top left, even if you aren't mining, because then Terran has to go deal with it one way or another. Okay, here comes that Arbiter. I think he's going to go for the recall now. The vessel is out, but it's got no energy. Nothing to stop him here. These turrets aren't going to do the job. Well, unless he stands on top of them. Okay, he needs to recall soon. There it goes. That's a pretty tiny recall, actually. That's not going to get much done at all.
Getting a few SCVs.
I think he's... Oh, no! The main army! Oh, my God. I thought all these zealots were going to go into those mines. Oh, my God. Man, these mines are getting so much value for money, and that recall was not effective in any way, shape, or form.
Wow, Khrane looks like he's kind of fumbling here in this game.
Yeah. And he's not mining at all from the bottom left. I feel like he needs to transfer some probes, probably from that natural, just to get most efficient mining. And like I said, in this, just set up your infrastructure in the top left. You've got 5,000 minerals, and it really gives you a fallback. Oh man, Vultures in the natural. There's nothing here to defend. They're going to go straight to the third. Oh no. That could be a big loss for Khrane, because I think they can kill most of these probes before the cannons can kill them.
Yeah, this is okay, there was a cannon there.
And he's not target firing. He could have got way more if he might have done a bit more. And the other probes are going to get out, which is a good move for Khrane. That's a good evacuation. Oh, he does get a couple. Honestly, that could have been way worse for Khrane. You know, I think you just gave him an excuse to put probes at this bottom left base.
Yeah, Treasure.
Always got to look out for your opponent. Make sure they're not making too many mistakes.
What I'd really like Khrane to start doing, which I think he should have done earlier, is start making trades, throwing your zealots away, trying to keep as many of your goons alive as possible. But Terran is maxed, and you can start trading with a 5k bank he has. It's okay to lose 40 supply and zealots. They'll remake really fast.
Absolutely. The problem is though, this massive minefield, like that's really denying any aggression at all. So it's a really good job by Qikz to lay that down. But yeah, this 12 o'clock base trying to go down again. That Zealot working his way on it. But yeah, a bigger recall would definitely... Oh, what do you know? There's a big recall at the 9 o'clock. 3 o'clock, sorry. That's probably enough Zealots to power through all this stuff.
If this recall had Storm, this would be so good.
Oh yeah, and there's so many SCVs there. Man, I think he's actually going to clean it up. Because he didn't quite recall on top of the tanks. He recalled in that really choked up environment. If he went straight on top of the tanks, which he definitely could, there were not enough turrets to stop that, then he would have killed them pretty much instantly. It did draw Qikz's army all the way over here, though.
Khrane's army is really disjointed. He's fighting these tanks with goons. Okay, there we go. He can actually pounce here on these tanks. Pretty exposed.
Yeah, I don't think he knows how many mines are there. Well, there aren't actually any, but I don't think he knows that. I think he's worried there might be some.
Oh my goodness.
So he pulls back.
This Zealot's still at that 3rd position, 4th
yeah,
position.
Man. 8 kills, 9 kills. Oh my god. Okay, Vulture's going to come in and put an end to his life. Oh man, mines on the left here, catching a couple of dragoons. Every little bit counts for Qikz. Man, he's got a scary push going now, and so many mines here to stop a counterattack. Oh man, Khrane, don't come in here, please. This is not where you want to attack. Okay, that one Zealot clears off a lot of them actually, and that one too. So that's pretty good.
Okay, Khrane is trying to set up a sandwich here. He's coming in from the north.
Yeah,
where's the stasis?
But flank.
Okay.
He doesn't have his full forces. He has Zealots sitting idle over here, and in his natural as well.
This
so
is
it's not
so
really
bad.
Enough.
Yeah, lack of decisiveness from Khrane. He traded 40 supply for 20. And
yeah,
nice
he has
stasis.
This sad little group of Zealots now that can't do anything.
Yeah, stasis
Ouch.
was nice, but too late.
That is a very good stasis, you're right. Because there's no detection now as well, so you can sort of try and sneak in under Arbiter cover. Okay, well, Terran's unsieging, which is a bit aggressive right now. I feel like Protoss can still get a good trade down. Protoss doesn't have to clear this in one go necessarily. He just has to keep wearing it down, because Qikz's economy is pretty poor. He only has 1 mining base. But yeah, he does need to commit everything. Like you said, he's being indecisive. Okay, here we go. That's great Zealots getting on top of the tanks there, but he needs more. More coming in, but is it too late?
The problem is he didn't have enough, and that stasis is actually hurting him. The stasis is just blocking his own units and actually
another little
shielding.
trickle of units coming in, though.
Oh.
He's trading off some of these tanks. Well, Terran's definitely going to hold this position, but he got quite a few tanks there, so I don't think it's the worst thing in the world for Protoss. There you go, nice targeting too, gets another couple. And Protoss has +3, so these goons are pretty good against tanks. And look, the tank count now is only, what, 9? So Protoss can just keep rallying out, he can actually clean this up now.
He's losing so many goons, though. So Khrane,
yeah, but he has his economy so far forward, though, he can just trade like this, no problem. And look, they'll just keep rallying out.
I think if on the back of this, Qikz really tried to expand and lock down that 4th, then he'd be in a decent position.
Yeah, well...
Like, he had a strong push. And if he would have used that to secure his 4th up with some tanks, turrets, and mines, then he might have a shot here. But I think on only 3 bases, he doesn't have much hope left in this game.
Well, he still has this sort of second wave, the last gasp, if you will. Because his 3rd's going to be mined out soon. See if he can do anything with it. But no, here comes Khrane from all directions. And yeah, he's actually ahead in supply now, but he's had a bit of time to remax. And I think this will clean up everything left here. Oh, Vulture reinforcements come down though. Again, I guess suppose Qikz will hold on to this position, but it isn't really much good.
Yeah,
oh man, so many mines.
The problem is here with this position, Qikz isn't threatening anything really at all.
Yeah, that's right. It's mined out here, and he cannot get up that ramp to that main. That's not going to happen. Oh, he really just needs like a single Goliath, honestly. Oh, nice mines. Been good about laying mines this whole game. But yeah, there's not much left. I think he's going to try and build a CC at the 12 again. I don't think Qikz is going to give him luxury enough time to deal with it though.
Yeah, to be honest, Qikz's macro is really good throughout this. He's been staying really low minerals.
Yeah, but you know he didn't have the basis to make his minerals too high, honestly.
Yeah,
so.
expanding not as good.
12. Yeah.
But the factories
spending money good, earning money bad. How about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, Qikz still trading decently here. But that another 1 Zealot comes into the 12 at just the right moment, and I think that's going to seal it. Because Qikz is almost out of money now, and he can't start mining there. Oh man, these Zealots in the mine!
Oh, nice.
Oh, that was good. Oh, why is he pulling back, man? He has the Arbiters, he has the Zealots. He could have cleaned that up, I think. Oh well. He can just go in again though, because there's no science vessel, so there's no detection.
Yeah, there's no real pressure for Khrane. He's getting that top base.
Yeah. I guess Crane's happy to just keep trading back and forth, honestly, because he knows Qikz doesn't have much mining. Oh man, the one zealot left the 12 though, so he's going to land this command center. Oh man, and he's trickling units out here. He's got to be careful about that. I mean, he's letting him set up mines here. I feel like you really need to just keep fighting there, even if you don't clear it. He was trading pretty well with tanks, and if you're reducing the tank count, I reckon you're doing alright against a Terran.
Yeah, I think he's just taking a minute to regroup, get all his units on control groups, and...
Nice stasis. Although, it is sort of blocking him, I don't know. And there aren't that many more tanks though, so I think stasising 3 tanks is definitely worth it. Here we go.
So it's a coordinated attack with all his units on control groups.
Oh, those zealots in a great position. Oh, nice. Another stasis getting one of those tanks. That's pretty good. Yeah, that'll do it. The goons can get on top of the rest.
Nicely played.
Qikz is mining again from this 12. Although Khrane would have to just hold back and let him remax, I think. Because he definitely has enough to push across the map now. Huge goon count. There's the GG. Damn.
Wow.
Well, great engagements from a sort of a weak position for Qikz. So he did well to last as long as he did, honestly. Great mines everywhere.
Yeah, I agree. I think his third was really delayed, and I still think that Qikz took some really great trades and had some good army control with mines you were mentioning, science vessels as well. If he prioritized getting that 4th up, Terran can do a lot with 4 bases, and if he was a little bit better at pushing into some of the mining bases of Khrane, I think Qikz definitely had an outside chance there in that game towards the later stages.
It's tough though, because you have to push cross map to get to the bottom left mining area, and you really don't want to do that. If it's that late in the game when you're moving out, it's probably honestly better to just push across to the empty top left and secure it for yourself, because you can split the map, and then you basically win automatically if the map is split.
Yeah, I think in that position, you're right. It's tough to push cross map. But then
I like how Artosis said it. He said, when the map is split, Protoss must quit.
It's true. Yeah, I think
it's pretty true.
Terrans in that position should just try to secure their 4th and get that top left.
Yeah. There's a couple of moments where Khrane almost ran into like the massive minefield, and I thought, oh my god, is he going to lose his whole army to mines and then Qikz will somehow win this? But he didn't quite do it. So props on Khrane for patience and not engaging that really defensive position.
Yeah, that DMZ from Qikz, all those mines, nice.
Yeah, the DMZ. That's right. Oh no, it was the no man's land.
Let's need some barbed wire in there.
Yeah. Dude, if you could build barbed wire just to slow zealots down, that would be so good. I wish we could do it. Imagine how strong that would be.
Don't make Terran turtling any stronger than it already is.
It'll be literally World War I. You watch.